We don't have a script to follow.
Or big-time endorsements.
We're not professional hunters.
No such thing in this country.
We are professional outfitters.
Trust me, that's as close as it gets.
We guide lots of hunters each season.
We put them on deer.
And I mean good deer.
We're deer thugs.
Mossy Oaks Deer Thugs is presented by Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Section 1, question 8.
What is the best time of year or scenario to harvest does?
I think everybody that is trying to manage anymore, which is almost everybody that hunts, realizes that you need to harvest does now.
Kevin Burleson, Heart of Texas Bow Hunting.
The doe harvest is very important, I think, early in the season. 3 main reasons. First off, competition for food source. If you're going to take the does out anyway throughout the year, get them out of there before times get rough. Second reason is because of the rutting of the bucks. Bucks are going to breed the does until they're all bred. The does are going to continue to come into cycles, into estrus, until they're bred. If they can have a manageable number of does to be bred out there and get it done early, then obviously they can get into season while they're still healthy, hardy. Third reason is your fawn crop. If you have most of your fawns being born early, with the does being bred early in their cycle, then you have a better chance of fawn survival. They go into the harsh winter time bigger, stronger, healthier. So early is obviously the best time to harvest does.
I'm more of an outdoorsman working on guns, I think. I happen to get lucky and fall into the firearms industry. I work on guns, I like guns. The outdoors, I love being outdoors.
I'll tell you what, here we are towards the end of November, 82 degrees today, 40-mile-an-hour wind. This is not what it should be like this time of year.
Yeah, warm and windy.
Yeah, in November.
It's like being vacation in Florida.
I don't know what it's like in your part of the world, but it turns them bad off here. But, we'll see what happens. Let's see if what the airlines did to your rifle, huh?
Hopefully they treated it well and everything's good, but we've got to check. Good to go.
Fire in the hole. Right square in the middle.
Looks like it's right in the middle.
Well, they did treat yours nicely. Anyway, what do you think?
Sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go get our gear on, get ready, get out there and do it.
Overall, it was a great chance for me to meet one of the deer thugs and actually see our product at its intended destination and use. So it's been great.
Mossy Oaks Deer Thugs is brought to you by Walmart, Ram Truck Brand, Quaker Boy, Lethal, Mossberg, and by Precision Shooting Equipment.
Section 1, question 8.
What is the best time of year or scenario to harvest does?
I like to shoot does as soon as the season opens, October 1.
Jimmy Riley, Giles Island.
You're doing several things when you shoot your does early in the season. Number 1, you're increasing the amount of food available to the rest of the deer during the dead of the winter. And number 2, you're cutting down on the number of does that are available to the bucks during the rut, and that's going to make the competition greater between the bucks, and it might make a difference on whether you see a buck that you have on your property or not see it. And number three, you're decreasing the number of does, and that's helping you keep your land with carrying capacity in the herd, and you're making sure all your does get bred. You don't want to have unproductive does out there. I think it's very advantageous to start shooting your does as soon as the season opens.
The hunting down here, the ground blinds are completely different than what I'm used to. I'm used to sitting on the ground, but not in a blind.
North wind last night brought in nice cold air. Deer moving through this flat. It's exciting to be back here. I haven't been back. I haven't hunted in Texas in years.
The ground blinds, you take them out, they pop up, and you brush them in a little bit, and that afternoon you're sitting in the blind, you have the deer pay little to no attention to it.
Starting to get right. Hopefully we'll see some more.
When we saw all those deer on the first day, and
we got some deer over here to our left, coming out of the thicket into the little flat. It's gonna be a good day.
that big, the heavy horned 8, the tight 8 came out. And he's a bigger deer than I've ever seen in Connecticut.
Back home, mini buck's a good buck. Tall, nice horns.
It's an hour into the opening day. Well, we'll wait. I didn't want the hunt to end. An hour into a 4-day hunt.
It's exciting to watch them.
But the does were there. The deer were, for 3 hours, the deer stood there.
It's different. I'm used to hunting whitetails in the woods. This was completely different for me. Back home, they just kind of appear in front of you and then disappear. We should be doing trees.
Just there. They came and then moved through and moving around. It was fantastic. I don't see deer. I've never seen deer like that.
Blake, with the sport of bow hunting growing every year, I get people always asking me, clients come in bow hunting, what do you got or what do you recommend to start my little kids with?
Well, the most important thing with young shooters is the bow's got to fit them well. So this is our new mini burner. We offer this bow and then we offer our Chaos for shooters. Well, once they get 9, 10, 11, you may want to move them up to a full-size bow. But this bow is really incredible. It's quality construction, just like the technology that we put into our other bows. The main thing is, though, it's got 11 inches of draw length adjustment, and you can double the weight range. So you can take a 40-pound bow all the way down to 20 pounds, and that gives you a ton of, it'll fit them for a long time. It's a quality piece of equipment that can really fit them perfectly. They can get comfortable. And that's the key, because you can spend less, you can buy them a toy, is what I call them, a lot of these bows on the market, but they're not going to have success with it. And to really make them fall in love with the sport, they need to be successful and they need to be able to shoot and hit what they're shooting at. This bow is perfect for that.
You know, I know that Chaos bow is an awesome bow. My 11-year-old daughter got one last year and took 2 deer with it. The amount of adjustment and stuff in that little bow is just phenomenal.
It's really incredible, and they're fast. This bow will shoot at 26 inches, will shoot 261 feet per second. That's amazing. I had hunting bows that wouldn't shoot that fast not many years ago.
Well, I know which way to direct them now.
All right, the mini burner.
It's been years since I've been on an outfitted hunt. I was relying entirely on Kevin saying, you know, this place will be good. There's a ground blind here. These are the deer we've been seeing.
These ground blinds have been working good for us all week. Hopefully tonight it works. This afternoon, tonight it works well for me. It's not going to be a long shot. I don't think we can see 100 yards, maybe at most 120. So I hope this works.
We'll go in, set up, and cross your fingers that those are the deer that would be there. Kevin's great. He knew exactly what he was talking about. Those deer, the ones he was talking about, one actually came in right in.
Here comes the deer. It's a big old buck. Not too many points. he's on a mission.
We saw him came out and he had the odd-shaped horns, and he was a big old boy. He came through like he meant it, and before I could react to it, he came through the opening and was gone, and back behind the brush. And
he didn't even slow down, he didn't look at anything. Maybe he's still up there.
We waited for 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes before, hoping he would come back out. He came back out and gave us an opportunity to look at him.
He's moving back out. Yep, here he comes, he's in. Just gonna go check out that dome, maybe. Let me see if we can get a shot at him. He's very good, he's out. One more step there, yard. Pause.
Section 1.
Question 3.
If you could only hunt half a day, would it be morning or evening?
Evening.
Early season, evening. Late season, morning.
Can I say depend? And I'm not talking about the diaper either.
Morning. Evening.
Afternoon.
Rapid Fire is brought to you by Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart. Mossy Oaks Deer Thugs is brought to you by Come Here, Deer. Charlie O Products. New Fletch. Scott Archery. Schwacker Broadheads. And by Mossy Oak Brand Camo.
Section 1, question 8.
1 and 8.
What is the best time of year or scenario to harvest does?
To me, it's early in the year.
Charlie O'Brien, the Catch-22 Ranch.
You know, if you can take your does off early, I think you can actually put a lot less stress on the deer as far as the buck's trying to breed a lot more does. If you take those does out early, there's more food available, and it takes, there's less does to actually breed, and I think it takes a big stress off your buck population.
He's moving back out. Yep, here he comes, he's in. Just gonna go check out that dome, maybe. Let me see if we can get a shot at him. He's very good, he's out. One more step there, yard. Pause. There he goes. Good hit. He's going. See him around that bush. I think he fell down right over there. I think he fell down. He's right over there.
He was a big old deer, and that's what we were here to do. I was looking for. Okay, this is where he was standing when I shot him. Right here, and then he headed up, went up this way. Jumped, went around here, came up, and should be right up this way. Yep, looks like a deer.
Look at there.
Looks like a deer.
All right, cool.
Here he is.
There you go. Yep. Check him out. Yep.
Oh, I've got this deer on game camera a lot, and this is another one of those deer that, he's kind of the bully of the woods over here, and he has slipped past our radar a lot, and I've been trying to get him out of here for a good long time. So, thank you, brother.
Nice. Great. Look at him.
What a shot, man. Looks like you've shot a gun before, huh?
Once or twice. A little while ago.
Well, you know what we need to do now. Now the fun begins.
Now the fun part.
We need to take him up, get the truck over here. We're going to have to do a little dragging because we can't get the truck very close, but I bet we can handle it. What do you think?
I think so.
Cool.
Great job, man.
Call Thug with Chris Kirby.
Hey Chris, people want to know, they ask all the time, who makes more vocalization in the woods, the bucks or the does?
You know, Charlie, as you're well aware, deer are vocal 12 months out of the year. When a doe drops a fawn, she's going to communicate with that fawn immediately, and all summer long they're going to stay together and they're going to communicate back and forth. As that rut gets there and as the breeding cycle starts and everything gets intensified, and it is the magic time of the year to be in the deer woods, the vocalization of the bucks gets stronger and it means a lot more. It's not to say that deer don't vocalize all year long, whether it's a snort, whether it's a grunt, whether it's a bleat, that happens 12 months out of the year. But as seasons change and as that fall rut happens, those vocalizations mean a whole lot more in the deer woods. So I think during the deer season, when we're in there, the buck grunt is probably, they vocalize more as they get closer to the rutting cycle. But deer vocalize all year long.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, people got to understand, boy, the more you use your calls, I think the more advantageous you are to getting the opportunity to see a deer. So that's kind of neat information right there. They just need to call more often, I guess, don't they?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Call Thug, brought to you by Deer Thug Calls, powered by Quaker Boy.
Last night out in Texas, we shot a nice buck last night. One more shot at it. Like 2 more hours in Texas to end the trip here in Texas. I'm gonna give it one more try and see how we can do. We're back in the same blind we were in the first morning. And we saw a nice buck down here that morning. Let's see if he comes out tonight. Deer is starting to move. It's starting to show up anyway. There's so many deer down here. You never know who's going to show up. Buck or doe. It's cool. You just never know. You got to keep watching. There's nothing for them to make any noise with. You can't hear them. They're just a beer out of nowhere. Do you hear that? Is that 2 bucks fighting? They're over there. They're over there. Look at that. Oh. Oh my God, I've never seen them go like that. That's awesome. That's a real buck fight. That was. How cool was that? That was cool. 2 big bucks fighting out there.
Section 1, question 8.
What is the best time of year or scenario to harvest does?
Anytime you can.
Justin Akins, Canadian River Hilton.
Personally, I'm not going to go in and harvest a doe 15 minutes before I think a big buck's going to be coming down the trail. If I've got a big buck in that area I've been watching, I'm going to try not to pressure him, so I don't want to be shooting a doe right in front of him or 15 minutes before he comes into the field of an evening. But other than that, anytime you have time and get the opportunity, that's the best time to do it.
Section 1, question 8.
What is the best time of year or scenario to harvest does?
Simple. Early, sooner the better.
Fred Law, ENON Plantation.
Just as soon as the fawns can support themselves, and it'll have 2 positive effects on your hunting property. For 1, it limits the number of mouths competing for a dwindling food supply. For 2, it'll make your rut more intense because you have fewer does, and it'll make your bucks have to work harder, and you stand a better chance at harvesting a buck. And then another thing that can benefit is if you harvest your does early, you're going to be harvesting some of your nicer bucks. And some of those nicer bucks will breed those does, and if you harvest your does late, well, you're going to cut that gene pool out twice by taking out the buck, then taking out the does that he's bred. So I like to take them early.
Hey, there's deer coming in. Yep. He's wide, his eyes. Looks like he's a 6. Might be an eyes an 8. Here comes another doe. He's a biggie. He's big. some other deer. There's a bunch of deer down there. Don't have a shot. It's behind a tree. It's okay. He's not going anywhere. Come on. He's turning. He's turning. Another deer in front of him. He knows he's coming back out. Round and round. He fell down right over there. Yes! What a way to wrap up a great trip in Texas. Yeah.
Hey, there he is. Get up there, brother. Oh, look at him. Look at that. Holy cow. Goodness. Nice. Oh. What do you think, Mr. Tim?
Check
What a beautiful, look at all the knots on this guy.
Holy cow.
He is very nice. Like I said, he's got a couple of measurable points back here, so you can legitimately call him a 10-point. Last minute
buck.
paid off.
Let's go out for a couple hours and get paid off.
You betcha. Well, let's go get the buggy, come back, put a tag on him, get him loaded up. Bring him back and show him off to everybody.
Yep, let's do that.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Great job.